Hi everyone, welcome again to the WebX online course on front-end web development. So this is the part 2 of our personal website where today we are going to design this homepage with a nice profile picture and your name and some of the social media account and your CV or resume. So in this video, before you start, you should prepare two things. The first thing is a photo of yourself, and the second thing is your CV or resume. So I have prepared these two things. This is the profile image I will be using, and a CV in PDF file. So once you have get the two things ready, move the two things into the folder that we created in the last video. So now your folder should have your index.html, style.css, your profile image, and your CV. Okay, head back to your Visual Studio Code where you should open up your folder already. If you haven't do so, File, go to Open Folder, select the folder that you have, then select Folder. Right, this is where we stopped in the last video. So let's get started for the home section. So let's add some comments. So the comments in HTML is using the angle bracket, exclamation mark, and you can type in double hyphen and then home section. So if you can see, this is a comment. Don't worry if your code editor shows another color. And then this is the end of home section. So let's start here. So in the home section, we will use the tag of section tag. Let's use a section tag. And inside this section tag, let's give a class to this section tag. Let's give a class of section. Okay, this is a section so that we know. And this is home. Home. And then let's give an ID of home. Alright. So inside the section, let's have a div with a class of container, because as what we mentioned in the last video, we want to fit everything at the center of the web page. So let's give a class of container so that it automatically center. Next, we use another div again, div with a class of home inner. This is the inner element of the home. So enter again. Inside this home inner, we will have two divs. So the first div should have a class of, let's give a class of profile picture, profile hyphen pic. So inside this profile pic, you should have a image tag img, where the source is, for me, I use profile image profile img.jpg. So this should be named accordingly to your file name of your profile picture. Okay, and then alt is the profile picture. This is the alternative. You can check back in the HTML section, and then let's end here. So this is the image, and this is the first div. So let's create another div. Make sure it's outside of the profile image div. Let's create another div with a class of a little bit of intro. So inside this class of intro, let's have a h3 tag. So h3 tag, you can type in, hi, I am, for me, I'm Lennon Tat. I am Lennon Tat. We shouldn't have the A. And then we have another div with a class of social media. Let's close the div. And inside this social media div, since we have, if you see here, we have 3 social media: LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So let's have 3 A tags, because by clicking that, we can link to our LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. So in an A tag, we want to specify the href. So the first one is LinkedIn. So https, this is linkedin.com. So you can put in your profile here, /your profile. You can put in your profile here, but for this demo purpose, I will not put any profile. So we don't want anyone to leave our website. So remember, target is _blank. And then move on, we give a class equals to social. Let me move a little bit, and then we inside the A tag we want to have an icon, the LinkedIn icon, right? So use a I tag, where in this I tag here you specify the class to be fa dash link in, and then area hidden is equals to true. This is where we use the font awesome icon. So let's copy the same thing so that we can have the Facebook and Instagram. It is optional whether you want to put Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so let's change this to Facebook. Also, same thing, you can put in your profile in the link. This is Instagram. And target also blank, class is social. Okay, let's change this to Facebook. And now LinkedIn should be changed to Instagram. The others remain the same. So after this, let's give it a line break. So after the line break, now we have another A tag with href. This one is for the CV button. So the href should be your CV. So in my case is cv.pdf. So just put in any file name where you save your CV, and the class, let's give it a class of CV. It can be your resume also if you want to put resume. So this one will be download CV. So this is our home section. Let's view it. So this is the home section. As you can see, this is the image. Hi, I'm Lennon Tan. The social media icon and a download CV button here. So let's start to style this thing. The first thing we want to style is this section, the section. So let's style the section first. Head over to your style.css and scroll up under the burger we started. Section. Okay. Section should have a padding top. Let's give it 10 pixels so that it won't hide underneath the navbar. Okay. Now scroll down. Let's start here. Let's target the .home. So we want to target this one, the home here, the home section. Where in the home section we give a padding top of 150 pixels. So okay, I forgot a column here. So now you can see it is padded down until here, until this place. Then we have the home inner, .home inner. In the home inner, we also want to align everything to the center. So text align, we just align everything to center, and the margin should be 0 and auto. So this margin 0 means that the top and bottom should be 0 margin, and auto means that it will automatically balance the margin at the left and right hand side. So if we see, and here, if we save it, okay, save it, and we see now it is moved to the center. Okay, move back. Now we should target the profile picture. Profile pic. So the profile picture is here. Let's target this profile picture. Let's give a margin of 0 and 100 pixels. And we'll give a margin bottom. We want to change the margin bottom only. Margin bottom of 20 pixels. So that you can space out a little bit with the other element. Next is the profile picture image. So head over to profile pic, and we want to target the image tag inside of it. So in the profile pic, we want to target this image tag. Alright. So in this image tag, let's give a border radius. Since we have to make it in a circle, border radius So the border radius will be 50%, and you can see now the image is circle. And then let's have a border for border. Border, we leave it as 4 pixels, solid and white color, so it should be FFF. Also, we give a height of 400 pixels, so it's not that big. Save it. Now you can see it is go to this go. Next, let's target the intro and the H3 inside the intro here. Inside the intro, this H3. We want to make it bigger. So that let's change this H3, give it a font size of 70 pixels. And if your name is very long, you can choose to put a small portion of your name, or you can scale down the font size, maybe 60 pixels, 65 pixels, is up to you. So we have a font weight, typo, this is font weight. Let's give a font weight of 600, and then we have text decoration. None, we don't want any text decoration. We want the color of the text to be black color, and then margin bottom so that we can have some space, 30 pixels. Saved it, so now you should be able to see this has become bigger, and the margin bottom is 30 pixels, so it have some space before the social media icon. Next, we will target the social media, .social media. So if you recall, social media is, where is it? Yes, this part, this div. So in the social media, let's give it margin 0, 10 pixels, and padding of 5 pixels. Forgot the colon again. Padding of 5 pixels. Let's give a font size. So font size actually adjusts the size of that icon. So let's give a color. Color, now we will use RGB. So we can specify RGB. Actually, this is another way of specifying color. RGB, we give RGB of 63, 63, and 202. Save it. Now you should be able to see this is bigger now. Alright. So move on. Let's go to the .social, inside the social. So let's give it a margin of 0 and 10 pixels. This is 0 and 10 pixels because, as you can see, this is too close. We want them to be a bit apart of each other. So let's give a margin of 10 pixels, another padding of 5 pixels, and then we have font size. Font size of 30 pixels. And the color, okay, it seems like I've moved something out. This one should be at the bottom. Sorry, my bad. Let's change this. This social media should be, we want to align them to the center. So text align to the center, and we want to justify item. Justify content. Space between, and give it a margin bottom so that we can have some space as well before the CV, 30 pixels. Okay, now it should looks fine. Alright, now it seems it is quite nice. It's almost similar to this. Now, when the social media button is hover, so hover, if you recall, colon hover. So when it's hover, let's do a transition all 0.3 seconds is. So when it hovers, there's a transition. Let's copy this. You can add this for WebKit. So WebKit is for Google Chrome. transition, and then we have a background image, because we want to make it gradient, so we can put linear gradient. So inside the linear gradient we can specify 2 space left, then hash 1290 CB. You can change this one so that it becomes the color that you want, hash 0652DD. So the color I use here is mostly blue color, since I stick to the theme of blue. So you can change the theme color to be the color that you like. So the color now should be white color, so that we can see white color. The border, none. Let's save this here. Now you can see when it's hover, the icon changed to white color. Alright, so now let's move on to the CV button. We want to target the CV button, and let's give a margin top of 20 pixels, and then let's font size for 16 pixels, font weight of 500, and we can also give it a quite linear gradient. So we just copy this one, paste it here, and now we give it a padding of 15 pixels and 30 pixels. So it means top and bottom padding is 15 pixels, and left and right padding is 30 pixels. So border radius, let's give a border radius of 25 pixels, and color is white, so that it shows in white color. When save this, you go to here, now you can see this is the CV. So let's target CV when hover. Why we need the hover effect is when people hover to the CV, they know that there can be something there, right? So now we have the transition to be all 0.3 seconds, same, and is also copy that, put it for WebKit transition, WebKit, yes. And then font size, let's increase the font size when it is hover. Font size is, make it 70 pixels, make it bigger, and the padding we want to make it bigger also. Padding 16 pixels and 31 pixels. As you can see, I just increased this font size, I increased by 1 from 16 to 17, and the padding I increased from 15 to 16, 30 to 31. So when we save this, when we hover over the CV button, it should grow bigger. Okay, it grows bigger, and you can see it's not suddenly grow bigger, and it has a transition of around 0.3 seconds. When you click on the download CV, it will link to the CV just now. So if you don't want people to link to this CV, you can always put the blank, target equals to blank. Let's do that here, target equals to underscore blank. Okay, save. So there's one more thing that we want to do is, if you compare these two, is that we doesn't have the shadow here. We want to have that shadow, right? So let's do the shadow. We will head to our style.css. Under the profile picture, where is the profile picture, and profile image here, before the intro h3, let's give it a shadow. So let's give a class of shadow dark, for example. In this shadow dark, we'll have a box shadow, and in this box shadow, 0, 0, 20 pixels, and give it a RGBA. So RGBA is some sort of opacity, the transparency, 48, 46, 77, 0.15. So it is not that transparent. And let's copy this, make it WebKit as well. WebKit. Okay, save it. And since we have not applied this shadow dark to, it should be dark, not dark to any of the class, so it will not show anything here. So let's apply it to the profile image. So let's apply it to the profile image. We will go to the image here and give it a class of shadow dark. Class equals to shadow dark. And when you save it, now it should be able to show the shadow. And that's all for our homepage, and stay tuned for the About section. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, kindly ask in the Discord group community so that we can help you. Thank you for watching.